Welcome, and we are here. We are live. Episode six. Six, 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 six. Chilling with Chad. My name is Chad, by the way. And today's Easter Sunday, and we've got real good vibes today. So hopefully that translates into the episode. Uh, had a nice time with the family. Got out the house for a while. So uh, with that being said, I don't know if y'all have been following my social media sites over the past week or so, but today's topic is going to be why do women believe that the friend zone isn't real? And I've already messed up. I'm sorry. Why do some women believe that the friend zone is not real? And I've been getting all kinds of opinions, like from all different types. I've asked, like, oh man, I can't tell you how many people I've asked this question, and I've heard different answers all over the board. Like, I've heard positive, like, of course, that even from women themselves, that yes, the friend zone is real, and I've even heard one of my female friends say, "Oh, I put dudes in the friend zone all the time," and that just made me laugh. I'm like, "Oh, okay, wow. I mean, okay, if that's how you living, that's how you living." But then on the other end of the spectrum, I've seen very I don't want to say weird because I mean I don't want to put weird on anybody's opinion, but I mean it is what it is. Like I've heard that the friend zone is a man-made concept, and men just can't handle that a woman doesn't want them, and which is I would kind of sound like nobody wants to be rejected, but I feel like there's a certain thing between rejection and then rejection and holding. I feel like some women, like, okay, yes, you may not want that man as like your potential mate or whatever, but uh you may keep him around because he's beneficial to you. Like, sure, he may be a good friend, and sure, he may be there for you whenever you need him, but you just don't see him as someone that you will date or you will be interested in dating, which is totally fine. But I think that needs to clearly be stated between the two people, because if I feel like okay, me personally, use myself as an example. If I'm going after a woman and I feel like I'm giving her attention that's unwanted, but she's still wanting the attention, like it's gonna kind of put me in a weird light because, like, okay, so you don't want to, don't excuse me, words are kicking my ass right now. I'm not even gonna lie. So you don't want to date this person, but you're keeping this person around for whatever reason that is good for you, which is, I don't know. Sometimes it's okay, but I feel like when you get to the point where you're at the line of like using somebody because, oh, I know he feels this way about me, so he's gonna do this for me, and I'm just gonna let him do it. Like that's I feel like that's not a good thing to do. But then let's see, on the other aspect, I'm gonna say that if you're willing to be used like that, then I mean, there's no help for you. Like you just got to take your punches and go on about your business. So let's okay. So let me put myself in an example. Uh, I dated a woman years back, and I eventually started to realize that she put me in the friend zone, and it's crazy because it's like in public, like she was like a real like big like public person. Like she would leave like little like this is like going back to like MySpace and early Facebook days. So she would like leave like little comments and posts on my pages and whatnot, saying, "Oh, I love you," and "You're the best," and all this kind of stuff. But when it came down to us trying to like be in like a relationship, there was always like something weird about it. Like it's just like the trigger couldn't. I don't know if it was me or if it was her, but the trigger would just never get pulled. And then she always would find herself with a different guy all the time. And I'm like sitting there like damn, like you see that I'm like trying to pursue you and date you, but you never mind that. You just wanna just overlook that and keep dating these other dudes. But then meanwhile, at the same time, still telling me, oh, I love you. I don't know what I would do without you, and just like milking the situation. Like even as far as like one Valentine's Day, like she like literally like left like all this shit outside my house, like flowers, balloons, candy, like just like unexpected, like out the blue, out the blue. I didn't even know about it till she like I guess she did it, and then she texted me. It was like, "Hey, go look outside." So I go look outside, and I see all this like, and I'm like, "What the hell?" So I get it, and it's like more like pretty much professing her love and all this, and but for some reason, like I said, for some reason, like the more and more I tried to pursue the relationship in, the more and more I kept running into walls, and I could never understand it. And then eventually, like she got married to another guy, and I got married years later, and it just was what it was, and I don't I never got that answer. To this day, I still don't understand. But I mean, it's my grandpa was like a quote master, so you will hear me a lot of times say my grandpa always said. I'm pretty sure you'll hear that a lot. My grandpa always said, "Well, if it ain't for me to know, it just ain't for me to know," and that's just where I'm at with it right now. So putting people in the friend zone is okay. Let's get that out the way. Putting people in the friend zone is okay. But I feel like if you're putting somebody in the friend zone, there needs to be like obviously complete clear communication about this because I feel like because men let's be honest, most men we're not thinking about that. If it's men are, I'm speaking as a man that's very oblivious. We are very oblivious sometimes, and sometimes our thought process isn't always that good. So if you don't generally like tell us and explain it to us exactly to where we understand, we're just not gonna get it, and there's gonna be confusion if that happens. Because as a man that's been confused by women my entire life, that definitely does happen. So clear communication on okay, we are just friends, or we will only be just friends. And so another and another thing I want to touch on that So I feel like some women like use their friendship to their advantage. Like you see this stuff on all the time. These women are out at these fancy restaurants, or not even a fancy restaurant. She's out to eat, or she's at some event, and she just posts herself, but she doesn't post the person that she's with. And 9 times out of 10, that's somebody who either doesn't know it or fully knows that they are in the friend zone. Because why are you posting that you're by yourself, or you're not posting the person that you're with? I've never understood that. I don't understand it, but I mean, it ain't for me to know. And on the other end, like I had a friend that tell me, well, men put women in the friend zone too, and I'm not gonna say that that's not true, but as somebody who has been in the friend zone, I really wouldn't want to like put somebody else in the friend zone. Like the type of guy that like I'm very open, and like I've date I like to date like all kinds of women. Like I don't have a I had to pause myself because I was about to go off on a deep dive tangent. Uh, let's just let that go for right now. Uh, Friend zoning. Uh, yeah, this episode is not gonna be fun because like my complete thought process, uh, like my complete thought process about this topic is just it's all over the place. So I feel like this episode is gonna be all over the place because I'm just jumping around. Like I think that I am gonna call an audible for the first time, and I am going to completely change the whole narrative of this episode because and no, I haven't had anything to drink today. I'm not inebriated in any way. I'm just like I I feel like I'm on a life high right now. Makes any if that makes any sense to anyone, like today was such like a good today was such a good day that it's like I I can't even put the exact thoughts. I can't put thoughts into words. It's like if I'm trying to think negatively, like my mind isn't gonna let me think any negativity. So that's why I feel like the friend zone thing is like a negative. It's kind of a negative topic. So like my brain is like weird right now to where it's not letting me like force out any like negativity because like it's like I'm on like a super high right now, and and it's a happy high, and any like negativity that's like coming through is like getting just brushed aside. So my mind is like just like pumping out just like positive energy right now. So yeah, we're gonna flip open. Okay, so I guess I might as well go on that one tangent that I was about to go on because that's the only clear things that come. So this is me as a person, like as like you know, if you know me, you know, I am a very I'm a kind of shell guy. Like once I come out of my shell, then it's like Jekyll and Hyde. I'm like two different people. So I kind of feel like my relationship history, like, kind of borders in that same lane. Like, because could I have put myself out there more often than I could have? Yes, but I didn't. And I know it's strange to say that as like a 34-year-old man, but it's like I feel like I feel like I kind of sheltered myself throughout like most of my adult life, because like any of my friends, like any of my friends or my buddies that I hang out with, they know I've hyped them up like all kinds of times to go after women. But when it came to myself going after women that I'm like, damn, I think she's attractive, or damn, I think she's cute, I may want to talk to her. It so, a lot 9 times out of 10 it didn't work out that way. So I'm kind of I don't know, it's kind of I'm kind of getting to the mindset now where I'm just gonna start putting myself out there and just seeing what happens, because I lived too long like shunning myself away from like life. And I feel like that as I start to ease on out of that little bunker I put myself in, that I feel like the life on the like I never been like the visible guy. Like, I always been the guy to like hang out in the back and hang out on the side. But it's like now, so like I'm starting to get known now because I'm the guy that's always dancing at parties. So I kind of get that little recognition now, which is cool. Like, oh, I, being someone that dances at parties ain't something that I ever thought that I would be starting to be known for. But I mean, I like it. It's fun. And so yeah, if you invite me to your party and you see me and the music's cranking, and I like it, yeah, that's got to be one thing. Number one, there's got to be some music that I like. For That's like the steps. Number one, has got to be music that I like. Number two, depending on what my alcohol intake is going to determine like how how interested I am in. Like, if I've been drinking a little bit and I can feel that music, then yeah, for certain I'm gonna be on your dance floor and I'm gonna be dancing around like crazy. But if it's like a chill night and I haven't had too much to drink, you might see me like maybe on the side. I might be nodding my head, or I might be moving around a little bit, but the whole entire party animal ain't came out yet. Now, like last night, now, which that got yeah, I gotta tell that story from last night. So last night I went out to a bar that I frequent, and it was a pretty packed house, but I feel like everybody was dancing around, but nobody was dancing on the dance floor. And it kind of threw me off, because I'm like, damn, we got all these people here, but nobody's dancing. And so, like, as I do, I don't mind dancing by myself. Like, I usually dance by myself anyway. I really don't, not too often where like I dance with somebody. It's like very rare occasions. 9 times out of 10, I'm dancing by myself anyway. So, but yeah. So like I said, I'm by the DJ booth and I'm on the floor. I'm dancing, getting my dance on, but I can see everybody else around. Like everybody else is just in there. I don't know. Maybe it's just what it is. It's like just people just in their own zone vibing, and it was like different to me because any other time I go, like that, nah, you can't just get people off the floor. But for some reason last night, yeah, it wasn't too many people dancing, and I don't know. It was kind of it was kind of weird. But I mean, I still had fun. I got to see people. Saw 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 some family. Saw some old friends as usual. And it was like anytime I go out, like I'm gonna have a good time, even if I'm by myself. Like I try to go out and have a good time. I'm not gonna waste the night just hanging out and not having fun. But yeah, so with that being said, uh, I'm gonna end the podcast now. It was a little shorter than normal, but I feel like I need to get better at crafting my topics out so that won't happen again. Like I started off pretty strong, but once that wall came in my brain and I couldn't get past it. So, but hey, it's all about growing and it's all about, I don't know, I have to get out that habit of, all right, I'm going to turn the mic on and go. That's just how I've always, that's how like, I really don't do too much, I really don't do too much like setting up for the shows, honestly. Like a lot of times I'm just riffing and just it's coming straight off my mind and as it comes to me. But I realize if I want to take my podcast higher, I gotta get out that mindset and I gotta start working and striving for what I want. And this episode definitely is one I'm gonna look back on and be like, man, you dropped the ball, but you did the best you could. But with that being said, chilling with Chad episode 6 is a wrap, and we will see you soon. Oh, matter of fact, wait a minute. I believe the next time we'll be seeing will be the live episode. Let's see. Today is the today's the 17th. Okay, so 17th. So 2 weeks from, yeah, 2 weeks, 14 days. That's gonna be yeah. So Friday the 29th. That's in 12 days. Will be my first attempt at a live podcast at Shorty's Pizza Shack with my coworkers, and that's gonna be a experience. That's gonna be something fun. And if you do hear this and you do want to come out and join us, you're more than welcome. But with that being said, this has been Chilling with Chad.
Chilling with Chad.